Hey class, it's Siobhan Ferguson. This is my week 6 video. This is for the digestive system. It is like almost midnight and I'm doing my videos really early. I'm kind of ahead in my class actually right now, so we're actually in week 5, but I'm finishing week 6. So yeah, Siobhan Ferguson. Today is June 4th, 2019, and it's like midnight. So yeah, digestive system. So this one is a discussion on basically how you digest food. So in our case, we're doing a hamburger once we eat a hamburger. So digestion starts with the mouth. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract. So as soon as you take that first bite of your hamburger, our teeth, so we'll start chewing, especially with our molars. We'll start chewing, and it'll break down the food into pieces. So these pieces can be more easily digested, and then the saliva in our mouth will start doing its work, and so it will mix with the food, and it will break down the food into make it easier to absorb. And then so you'll swallow the food, and it'll go into our throat, which is also called the pharynx, and then it moves down the pharynx into the esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that goes from the pharynx to the stomach. And then it does this by doing contractions, which is also called peristalsis. So the esophagus delivers the food to the stomach. But before that happens, there's a zone of high pressure, which is the lower esophageal sphincter. So it's like a valve that opens and closes. So it helps to keep food from moving backwards into the esophagus, and like you're not gonna gag and throw up and stuff. So then once it enters the stomach, it secretes acid and then like powerful enzymes. So that will continue the breakdown process of food. So when the food leaves the stomach, the food is like a liquidy type of consistency or paste. And so then from the stomach, the food will move into the small intestine. So the small intestine, as we should all know, consists of 3 parts. And the duodenum, the duodenum, and the ileum. So the small intestine is really long. It could be about 20 feet. So it continues the process of breaking down food by using the enzymes released by the pancreas and the bile from the liver. Bile is a component that aids in digestion of fat, and it eliminates waste products from the blood. And then we have our peristalsis, or contractions, that happen with the pancreas and liver also. So it keeps food moving through the digestive secretions. The duodenum, it plays a big role in that, so I have notes over here, so I don't forget what I need to say. So it's the duodenum. The duodenum is mostly responsible for continuing the process of the breaking down of food, and then the duodenum and the ileum are mostly responsible for the absorption of the nutrients that goes into our body or our bloodstream. And then you have the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder, which plays in like a big role too. Maybe not so big, but a role in helping the stomach and the small intestine to digest the food. So the pancreas will secrete enzymes into the small intestine, And then those enzymes will break down protein, fat, and carbohydrates from the food that we eat. So in our case, our hamburger, our carbohydrate would be the bread, and then our meat would be the protein. And there's could be fat in there too, especially there could be also fat too from like if there's like condiments and stuff on there, like ketchup and mustard and whatever you guys like on your burgers. So that will help break down all those things into our body. And then the liver, it helps to make and secrete bile, and then to cleanse out and purify the blood that comes from the small intestine that has the nutrients so that we just absorbed. And then gallbladder is like really, really small. And most pictures in our science books and stuff like that looks like green. It's just under the liver, and it stores bile. The bile is made in the liver, and then if it needs to be stored, it will travel to the gallbladder through a channel called the cystic duct. So the gallbladder will contract and it will send bile to the small intestine. So then once the nutrients, everything have been absorbed, the leftovers, like the liquid and stuff from our food, our hamburger, yummy, they'll pass through the small intestine. So whatever is left from the food, it will go into the large intestine, which is also called our colon. So the large intestine is like 5 to 6 feet long, and that connects to the cecum, which is like part of our rectum. So the cecum is like the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, the sigmoid colon, all of the colons that are connected to the rectum. So yeah, once we go down to there, we have a bowel movement. And so yeah, that'll be like the end of the digestive system. So we'll have a bowel movement for whatever's left over from the digestive process. So pass through the colon, and we'll have contractions again. Yeah, and it'll come out. That's about it. Siobhan Ferguson, week 6, June 4th, 2019. I'm super early, I know, but gotta get it done early. Bye, guys.